Lizzie, getting Lizzie, cut. It's the gym, it's running crazy. So first of all, hello. Let's start again. Hi, I'm Lizzie and this is Lizzie Reads and I am drinking by my shelf. Or by my organised 2021 TBR. And it just gave me such Emma vibes. She's one of my favourites to watch and she's so fun to watch. So yeah, that's just what I was doing. I was being a tit. But this video is actually about my 2021 TBR and how I'm organising it. So obviously, as you may know, we're in a fucking global pandemic, and if you watch my vlogs, you may know that I am basically living at my boyfriend's place with his parents. And this whole TBR, the way I'm organising my TBR is completely pandemic pending. So hopefully, when the pandemic's over, if it's over in 2021, and I go home, I go back to all my books, things will be slightly different. But essentially, just for going forwards, because I'm going to do some wrap-up videos, I'm going to try and count my TBR and like reduce it in the numbers. Also balancing the books, MR video style sort of wrap-up video. I will obviously explain a bit more when it comes to my wrap-ups. But I'm trying to reduce my TBR. And I'm counting every single book that I have in this house as my TBR. If it's not in this house, it's not on my TBR. And I have included rereads. If I plan on rereading them and they're in this house, they are on my TBR, okay? So I've recently purchased all the Shadow and Bone trilogy and King of Scars to reread. They are on my TBR. Because that's the way I just want to look at it, and that's the way I put it on Sophie from Potter in the Pages spreadsheet that I've downloaded and been using a ton. So that's how it's going to work. Also, excuse the clothes, it's just sort of what we're working with here. It is because I want a really streamlined approach to my TBR. I would like to reduce the TBR I've got, not because I don't want a large TBR, because I'd love to have a Savage Read style TBR. Oh my god, I think he said the other day in a YouTube video, which I'll link down below, where he talks about TBRs, about having like a 1800 books on his TBR, and that is just immense. That is incredible. Props to him, I love that. It was a really insightful discussion actually. I'll link it all down below. Yeah, so I'm going for this really streamlined approach where I am just trying to reduce down the books I've got, because I want a big TBR, but I want it to be full of books that I am excited about and books that reflect me as a reader at that time. So I don't mind having hundreds of books on the TBR as long as they're books that I actually want to read, instead of me being sport for choice, but sport for choice on books that I'm not so sure about anymore, or that reflect me a few years ago, which I know a lot of people like have a bit self-crisis about. But basically what I've done is I've brought all the books that I've got here, or that I've had here for so long, and I'm trying to work through them on the physical TBR level. And these are like my priority, because I'm hoping to move within the next year or so, and I don't want to carry all these books with me, but also I'd like to have a more diverse TBR, and I feel like the books that I've got on my TBR prevent me from buying more books, but then prevents me from having a diverse TBR, and I don't think that should be the case. I did list in my goals video that I would like to buy more books this year, and that would hopefully help me have a more diverse TBR, a more like accurate TBR. I want to keep my TBR fresh, but also I will be hauling from my shelves. So for example, when these books all run out, which is going to take a little while, but say like I've like halved it, or like it's a good chunk of it is gone, I will message my parents and say, can you get XYZ books off, put them in a bag, and I'll come collect them from the doorstep, that sort of thing, provided that I get that far before I'm allowed to go between houses again. And I'm going to be hauling from my shelves, which I kind of did in the last lockdown, well, in the first original lockdown when I was originally here by myself. And I don't even think about those books that I've got at home. The only ones I'm thinking about asking to be picked, given to me, are the some Jacqueline Wilson books for the Wilson in February. But cross that bridge when we get there. So at the moment I'm just like really doing the whole streamline TBR, just trying to read books off my TBR, really trying to focus on physical books, because last year I found I was reading great books but they were all on script or Audible, and I'd like to kind of, you know, mix it up a little bit this year and see what's been done. It's just a really simple video. This is, I've gone like around every single house. It's like those TikTok videos where they go do, I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't even know how to describe it, but basically this is just me telling you that this is how I'm setting up my TBR this year, and it is streamlined. These aren't all of my books. I didn't upload a January TBR, which is very annoying because I had a whole list of TBR like on my TBR and I haven't got to them yet, but I'm really hoping that this week, because it's the final week of February, final week before February, I really can crack down on my TBR and really just get through some books. I'm really hoping that that's the case, but that is bye. That is this video. Thank you so much for watching this crazy reference video. If you want to chat to me about TBRs in the comments, please do. And I will speak to you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.